Gender-based violence takes different forms, ranging from physical assault, sexual molestation, exploitation, starvation, intimidation, harassment, denial of basic rights, hazardous attacks such as the use of weapons, emotional, mental, verbal and psychological abuse. Globally, the victims of domestic and gender-based violence are mostly women. While most countries of the world have achieved a lot in the reduction of gender-based violence, Nigeria is still far behind. The 2013 Nigerian Demographic and Health Survey (NDHS), which sampled 38,948 women and 17,359 men in all the 36 states of the country, showed that violence against women is a common practice. The NDHS report notes that domestic violence cuts across all socio-economic and cultural backgrounds, and that 3 in 10 women have experienced physical violence since age 15. Amarachi Ugochukwu, a programs officer at Project Alert, a non-governmental organization focused on gender-based violence in Lagos, also confirmed a steady increase in cases.
The number of calls we receive every day shows that it's still happening, and at this stage you expect, okay, people should know better, but the good thing is women are now bold and now able to speak up. For any woman going under such attack, the first thing is to leave there, your safety first. Report to the police. Then if it's in the case of assault where there's injury or you are being malhandled, you take photographs, as evidence.
This situation prompted my interest about the case of Charity Isaac, a 52-year-old lady from Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. Charity was forced out of her matrimonial home because she was unable to get pregnant after 8 years in marriage. I first noticed Charity when she came picking refuse bins around my house. I got curious and approached her, and she opened up to me. Charity can barely afford to rent a decent room, and she now lives in a makeshift structure in Aladi area of Alagbado in Lagos.
It's a long story because I was unable to conceive for my husband. Things becoming too unbearable. My husband he doesn't want to see me. He doesn't want to accept me again. Really, in fact, all of them, they threw me out of the house. They say I'm a witch, this and that. I should go. It's this condition that put me in this form. I was not like this before. I was in business before. But because of the condition of my home, things become like this with me. In fact, I don't have peace. To the point that people will introduce me to go and do sacrifice, go and do this and that. I spend money in all those places to get at least so that I can be able to conceive for my husband, even if it's one, so that I can maintain my marital home. But in all, I wasted money in all those places. Yes. I've done tests severally. For now, I go about picking all this bankolo of a thing. When I pick them, gather them, I wash it, I make it clean to sell for people that will recycle it, so that I can be able to raise some money to feed myself.
I went further to trace Charity's husband, Emeka Isaac, who now lives alone around Suberu Oje village, also in Alagbado.
I did not pray for anybody to experience in life because it's a horrible situation. And in this short time, we have been believing God, praying, doing what we're supposed to do. But after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, a lot of things comes up. My family begin to, interfere in this situation. My mother, my sisters, and even some of my friends. In this situation, there is a pressure on us. And at the same time, I am the only son of the family. A lot of suggestions begin to come up to the extent that some of my friends are advising me to get another woman for myself. At a particular stage, it became an ugly situation. Sometimes I will not be happy because I see some of my men carrying their baby around, enjoying themselves. And on my own side, there's no baby. And as a woman being, I begin to change my mind. I begin to listen to some side talks and advice. I decided to drive my wife away.
Charity and her husband, Emeka, are among the over 50 to 80 million couples globally, estimated by the World Health Organization (WHO) report of 1991, that have experienced some sort of infertility in their reproductive years, out of which about 24 million are from developing countries like Nigeria. Infertility becomes noticeable when, after several months to a few years of unprotected sex, a woman is unable to get pregnant.
Infertility is a major issue in a country like Nigeria, and all over the world. Fertility is an issue. We know that it affects about 1 in 6 couples. Some of the causes are due to the male. At least a third of the causes are solely due to the male. About a third approximately due to the female solely. And then in another third, you have a combined male and female factors. So really, the couple should be investigated together, and it's not a question of blame. But the most important thing is to be aware that, for infertility, there are treatment options. The in vitro fertilization, or IVF, has become a veritable means of treatment that has rationalized management over the last 2 or 3 decades. For one cycle of IVF, on average, it's about 2.5 million, but that ranges widely between about 1 million up to 5 million. So it's something that deserves government investment.
Might have gone into a blood covenant, and as a result of that, if that covenant is not broken, it can affect the couple when they eventually got married of having children. The issue of spirit wife and spirit husband, a lot of people are in problem, and once spirit husband, spirit wife is in place, it will hinder the plan of the physical marriage of a woman or a man. There are cases in which the woman or the man will have spirit children, and in as much that spirit children is still alive, it will hinder the fulfillment of the physical children on the face of the earth. You must be patient. When you are praying, you require patience, because the God we serve is a God of patience, and God will definitely speak as they pray along the line. It is prayer that will lead them as, okay, go and see a medical doctor. The medical doctor will do his own aspect. Once that aspect is done, at least both the medical and the spiritual aspect will work together to achieve that goal.
Despite the many sacrifices of Charity, she's yet to have a child, and she has not returned to her matrimonial home. The team coordinator of the Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Team, Titilola Vevo Adeniyi, who classified her case as emotional and psychological abuse, said she needed not to have suffered this much in silence.
If she's legally married, she's married under the Act, she has rights as a wife. That's not criminal per se, except if there was domestic violence as a result of it, maybe physical abuse and all of that. But to treat the fact that she feels that she has literally been thrown out as a piece of chattel and she doesn't have value, she can have redress in civil law, in under tort, because she's entitled to damages, she's entitled to compensation, and then she will need to approach the courts for a lasting solution to the problem.
Though some state governments like Lagos have taken legal proceedings to prosecute men who abuse women, there is still a push for a federal law concerning violence against women and the need for stronger support response for victims. Oshuomowa Daniels.